bit of repairs done here. Had to do a bit of repair on that there when I initially put the sump on, going back a few years back now. That one broke, and when it broke in there, I tried to drill it and easy out, and the easy out broke in there, and yeah, got to a point where I had to drill it all out and weld it all up on the other side. Didn't really bother dressing it up, making it look pretty because it's inside the engine, but yeah, it's all sorted now, which is good. Just down here doing some leak testing on the valves, and I mean, just based on the look of these things, you can see they're absolutely filthy, but they have not leaked a drop, not a single drop, which is absolutely beautiful news for this rebuild, because it means that, yeah, I'm not going to have to do a great deal. I'll basically just do a new valve stem seals and new springs, just because these ones are probably 30 years old, and yeah, get it in to get cleaned, decked, put it all back together. I'm not going to stuff with this too much. Basically, yeah, engine's all apart, down. I've decided to put a new oil pump, things like that on there. Yeah, everything's old. I'm just going to continue doing what I already did with everything else, and put new stuff on. So yeah, we'll get stuck into that. So just taking out the valve springs and the valves off the head, just chucking them in here, got everything labelled, numbered. Basically set these up right here. Basically just got the magnet sitting in there waiting to catch the retainers, or the little clip lock things, whatever you call them. Just making sure everything's all good. What's going on there? What's happening? Of course, the one I'm trying to show you, something's going on here. I reckon we might have a bit of an issue. Of course, this is the one I'm filming though. Let's try that again and see what's going on here, but for some reason that spring didn't compress. Why is that spring not compressing? I'm confused. It makes no sense. That spring won't compress. We'll have to have a bit of an investigation here. Something is causing that spring to not compress. Very strange. Well, anyways, you see the process that is meant to be happening. It's clearly not. But yeah, basically the stem seals will come out, replace all them obviously. The valves all seated. I checked them with water. They all seat bar one. I know which one it was. I'm going to inspect that one. I'm going to assume that there's this dirt and shit caught under there, because there's a lot of carbon and build up and crap in the engine, so I can pretty well assume that that's what's causing that one to leak. If not, may just give it a quick little, just to get it good. But yeah, everything else was good, so it's looking promising so far. besides this valve that's not coming out. But yeah, we'll deal with that. Basically, yeah, send the head off, get it cleaned, get it back, put everything new back in it. Yeah, try to put it back together. So no, that's the plan anyway. Just send that off, get it cleaned. Once everything's apart and decked and everything, and yeah, we'll go. Thought I might film this last one here. Might just film it because the last one that I tried didn't quite go to plan. So all it was it just got a bit stuck because the engine's been sitting around for a little while. So they're just a little dicky in there. Just takes a bit of pressure like that. Click. Let's flick this last little retaining clip out. Suck them up with the magnet. Pop them into the container. And basically proceed to loosen that back off. Alright, and that is the intake side done. Take these out, pop them in their container. Knock the valve through, pop that out. They don't look too bad. Once they're cleaned up properly, they look like they're in pretty good condition anyway. I'll put them in the driller, I think, and give them a spin up, chuck them on the dial indicator, just double check all of them, make sure that they're all straight and everything. But yeah, they all seem like they're pretty well sweet. I don't think anything's ever gone wrong, so that's one. So I've just been going through, making a little one on that one. Just trying to get the crap off of it while so the pen works. Two. So stuff those in the box over here. Pop those in there like that. I've got them all in there. I'm not going to bother trying to close it up. I think I might just shut the lid over it and pack some tape over it or something. Keep it safe somewhere. But yeah, it'll be fine. I'll clean all those parts up. I'm going to use new valve springs. Look, I might price some new retainers up. If they're cheap enough, I might just do it. But these retainers are alright. I can use them. Valves should be all sweet. Yeah, exhaust valves should be the same. Just got to pop these seals out, like I said, clean them, change them, take the head in, get that sorted out. Once I get it back, and I've got the parts to put in, I'll be able to put them all in and yeah, get it all back together. So it's getting there. Shouldn't take too long, really. None of the parts are overly expensive. There's just a kind of, few of them. So yeah, once I've got them sorted, we'll be good to go. So we'll check back in soon. I'll do a little bit more filming. I want to try and sort of do a little bit more filming. I've noticed I haven't been doing much at all. Got all this repaired, bolts in, it's all ready to go. I would love to clean this up and make it look a lot nicer, but I'll be joking myself if I tried to make this thing clean. It's a drift car, it's going to end up dirty anyway, so that's all good. Yeah, we'll check back in when I'm doing some more. Might pull the exhaust valves out a bit later tonight, so I'll film a tiny little bit of that, but yeah, it's pretty boring. Anything that I run into that isn't something you could work out yourself, I might film it, but there's 1,000,001 videos online about doing this shit, so I'm doing this for myself. First time. I've never actually built a motor or done anything internally. This is the first time I've even pulled valves out, so I'm learning as I go. So basically, yeah, once I sort of work it out, like I said, if it's anything that I think that most people will be able to work this out with a few videos and stuff, that's fine. I'm not going to bother filming it. I don't care. I'm not here to teach people how to do stuff. There's plenty of other people to do that. Yeah, I'm just sort of, I guess, want to show that you can do it by yourself. Minimal tools. Well, you need the right tools, but yeah, you sort of get yourself set up. You can do this stuff by yourself. I'll sort of point out at parts where, you know, it gets to a point where it has to go to a machine shop or anything like that. Like the head, I can't face the head myself, so that obviously goes in. I'm not going to waste my time trying to clean it. Just pay them to clean it. It's going to come back far better. So yeah, the block, I'll clean the block myself. I'm not going to bother sending that in. I don't need to. Yeah, I think the bearings has been the biggest confusion for me. I have a mate coming around on the weekend to measure up my bearing tolerances and everything like that, just so I can double check and know what I'm ordering bearing wise. Saving me having to basically chase up or like buy the tooling and stuff like that, and then learn how to measure something. Be the first time I'm doing it, so I'm not going to know if I'm accurate or not. I can only go off just doing what I'm been, you know, looking at videos online or anything like that. So having a mate that you know, engine builder and things like that, to come and do that is makes me feel a little bit better, knowing that all my numbers I have are very accurate and true, and you know, you can double triple check them, make sure everything's good. But yeah, makes me feel a little bit more confident knowing that he's doing the checking of the bearing clearances and stuff. But basically, yeah, it's a pretty straightforward process. I may film him doing it, I may not. I might just explain the process later. But yeah, basically that's what's going to happen there. New tail shaft ready to go in. Just got the gearbox sitting in there at the moment. Just put it back in. Basically, I'll just slip the motor in once that's built. Slip the motor back in and just. So yeah, tail shaft's going to go in. About to see how good I can measure. So hopefully it fits. Alright, just wanted to show this. I'm not sure if you can see that or not. The valve stem seals in there. You can see the look of these. They don't, well, obviously they're no good. They've been in there for about years, but if you can get a good close look at that one, you can't see it, but the spring is starting to come out. And if you go through and look through them all, you'll notice, oh, what's that in there? Those ones don't have any on there. This was just floating underneath the valve stem seals. Just floating, just chilling. So there's another one in here. So yeah, that's not ideal. Not ideal at all. So I am very glad that I am starting to pull this apart, because yeah, I'm finding a lot of old, very deteriorated and clearly worn and broken parts. So it would have been detrimental, I think, if I had just ran it as it was. Well, I couldn't, obviously it wasn't working, but yeah, I'm really glad that this is happening, because yeah, it's probably going to be for the best. Motor will be nice and fresh and working, so nah, all good. Alright, just going to pop a squat here. Basically getting stuck into using this knife stone to sand down the top of the block and get that level. So yeah, just do a bit of a time-lapse montage thingy of me doing that. So, clean down, see how that looks. Not looking too bad though. Maybe a little bit more on the back here, I think, before I get too carried away. Just a little. It's looking pretty good. So there we go. Finished product. It's not perfect, but it's about as good as I want it to be. Should be fine. So just getting it all ready, cleaning up the surface, getting all the journals all as clean as I can for now. Get all that there welded off. But yeah, if anyone wants to sponsor me an engine build, feel free, because this is going to take me a while. You hear that noise, you hear the change in pitch. That's what we're looking for. I'll let it lift it up and give it another little go on the grind. You'll hear it change again now that I've lifted it. Beautiful, that's what we want. So here we are, getting stuck back into it. I'm going to try and pump through this as quick as I can. I'm also going to try film as much as I can, because this is literally the last step. Sorry, the light's a bit bright. With the high bay on in a garage this size is not ideal, but a bit extra light is never a bad thing. But anyways, plan here is head studs, head gasket, head on, get it all sealed up. Basically got new wastegate springs to get the right spring and pressure in that. Got a kit, new gaskets, new heads, exhaust studs, titanium ones, fittings for the water like coolant line, tucks, oil filter kit. The other one was a bit shit, so, and a pack of ARP studs, some heat sleeving, new turbo line, a few bits and pieces like that. But main part is getting this in there, on there I should say. Main part is getting this on there. So for now, I might just get stuck into it and do things. I don't really like filming myself do shit. I'm working it out as I'm going too, so every time I get stuck into this kind of stuff, I like to just get a bunch of stuff done, and I'll do a bit of an update as I go through. So it's pretty well get stuck into this now. Just about to put the cams in, put the head back. She's all looking nice and fresh. Yeah, everything's looking good so far. Valves are in. Bit of a bitch getting those clips in, but yeah. Let's awkwardly with all my spare room that I have in here.
shit is love, simply meaning that my joint is tight. Support your guys for rap, so come to the light. My shit is love, simply meaning that my joint is tight. Support your guys for rap, so come to the light.
About 2.5 weeks away. Taking the day off work to take it in. Everything's ready to go. Had a couple of little leaks. Didn't really film too much of it. Just kind of trying to get it all sorted pretty quickly. But what it ended up being was, yeah, cam sensor wires wrong way around. So yeah, having a bit of drama starting it. But now that it's going, yeah, like I said, I have one little gasket on the water bypass pipe that I had to block off. I didn't put a gasket on there, I basically just sealed it up, and yeah, sure enough, she leaked. Turns out Toyotas are very much so a engine that you got to use gaskets and stuff where they're required, otherwise they just friggin' leak. So yeah, basically it's good to go. No leaks, no nothing. It's running pretty good. Yeah, fuel ratios are not the best, but just for idling and putting around and whatever, they're fine. I've done a little putt up down the street. Probably pop a clip in here. My wife filmed it on her phone quickly, but basically, yeah, got it to temp. Power steering works. Probably should turn that on now actually. Just ordered a new battery. This one's buggered. It's been just sitting for far too long and just doesn't hold charge very well. But yeah, got plenty of oil pressure. Absolutely heaps, because I've got the upgraded high pressure oil pump, just because I have all the oil cooler and everything like that. Just didn't want it to struggle at all. Yeah, you can hear the power steering pump going nuts under here. So yeah, now we've got power steering. It's a little bit notchy while it's sitting.
but once you're moving, it doesn't seem to do it. So it'll be very interesting to see. I've never run electric power steering before, so it'll be very interesting to see how that runs whilst drifting. But yeah, it's going to be one of them things, bit of trial and error. Might have to play around with some like little restrictors and things like that maybe. But yeah, close enough's good enough. I don't really care. Just want to drive it at this point. But yeah, temps are going up nice, as you see. I've got to keep my foot like just touched on the throttle. I think it hasn't got enough fuel yet, or either it hasn't got enough fuel or too much. I don't think it's got enough, looking at that. Yeah, I reckon it might need to be a bit more fuel put into it, is why it's not running, it wants to stall. But yeah, really stoked. Starts no worries, like a little bit of throttle to get it going, but fires straight up. Yeah, I can't be happier. So we'll probably not be doing too much from now till the tune, but I'll bring you along for the tune. Yeah, I'll try and sort of compress it all into one video, because once it's done the tune, I'll see how I go, but I might take it up to get a wheel alignment and potentially do a few laps to mate's track, so we'll see how we go. But yeah, I'll leave it there for now. Peace.